Hi, today we shall be developing non-recursive model under structural equation model environment. Non-recursive model means path diagrams have feedback loops, while those that do not have are called recursive model. And here we have here we have two unobserved or latent variables, such as here we have two unobserved or latent variable, such as number one depression and number two family environment. These two variables have feedback loop, meaning that depression causes family environment while family environment causes depression in return. So this model is a non-recursive model because there is a bidirectional causality. Bidirectional causality. And what I have done, I have asked 400 depression patients to develop this non-recursive model. And I have asked following questions. Okay, and you see we have two variables, and those variables are unobserved. Number one is depression and number two is family environment. And here the first unobserved variable is depression, and here are the three questions are there. Number one, do you feel sad all the time? That is A1. Number two, do you feel to harm yourself? That is A2. And number three, do you feel hopeless? That is A3. And here A1, A2 and A3 are the indicators of depression variables, right? In other words, A1, A2, A3 can estimate our variable, which is depression. And the second variable is family environment. And here also there are three questions. Do you feel someone in the family is active against your interest? That is B1. Number two, family income is not enough to support your livelihood. That is B2. And number three, domestic violence is affecting you. That is B3. And here B1, B2 and B3 are the indicators of our variable, and that is family environment. Okay, and all patients answered above question as per following scale, that is 1 to 5 stated below. Number 1 can be strongly agree, that is 1, agree is 2, neutral is 3, disagree is 4, strongly disagree is 5, right? Okay. And all the patient actually answered according to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, of the all these questions, right? Okay. And you can see the and the data is here, what they answered. They answered all the data, you can see from here. These are the data A1, A2, A3 and B1, B2, B3, and these are the indicators to estimate our two variable. Number one variable is depression and the second variable is family environment. Okay, and the data is here, and you can see all the data are from 1 to 5, right? Here you can see all are 1 to 5, right? All are 1 to 5, either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So you can see all the data of 400 patient that I have, right? Right, you can see all the data, and these data are called observed variables. Observed variables. Okay. Okay, now we shall evaluate model on the basis of following model fit criteria. So actually the question is that when a model is fitted, that means when a model is called, when a model is good fitted, right? That is the question. And number one criteria, that LR chi-square should not be significant. That is one criteria to be a good fitted model. And number second criteria, the value of RMCSEA should be less than 0.05 or CFI and TLI should be close to 1. So actually there are many criteria, but here only 3 criteria have been shown out of many, and you can choose any criteria. You can choose any criteria to decide whether a model is fitted or not. That is up to you. And finally, we shall check stability index of the model. Okay. Okay. So first we shall check. First, we shall check model fit and then stability index. Okay. Okay. So here you see that A1, A2 and A3 are the indicator of depression, and B1, B2 and B3 are the indicators of family environment. And you see, family environment and depression, these two variables have no real data, but they can be estimated by A1, A2, A3 or B1, B2, B3. Okay. So actually our model actually looks like this. I can make you big so that you can see better. 125. Okay, I think it is so. Okay, you can see it. Okay, I think make it little bit small. Okay, so this is the model you can see from here, right? So that is depression, right? You can see depression, and I can make it slightly big, 135%. Okay, you can see the model. Okay, here's my model, right? You can see from here. Okay, and you can see from here this model is a model, and this is called first variable is depression, and she has three indicators, that is A1, A2, A3, and family environment, and she has also three indicators, those are B1, B2 and B3. And here what I have done, I have taken arrow, you can see the arrow is going down and going up, meaning that depression is causing family environment, and family environment also causes depression, and this type of model is called non-recursive model. Non-recursive model because one is causing others. So here what is happening? Depression is causing family environment, and family environment is causing depression because there is an arrow, right? So this type of model is called non-recursive model, right? Okay, and this model I have developed according to the theory. Make sure there must be a theory before making any model, right? So here is a theory that depression causes family environment, and family environment causes depression. So it can be a theory or it can be a hypothesis or so on, meaning that there must be some background behind making any model. Okay, now I can estimate this model, right? Okay, so how to estimate? I go to estimate, then I click on the estimate. Sorry, so the data is not here, the data is actually here. I'm just double checking. The data is here. Okay, it's estimating the data. I'm sorry, I do it again. Okay, I think I have to upload the data again. I have to upload the data again. So data is here. I think I got to upload the data once again to run the model. Just 1 minute. Give me some time to estimate it. Okay, the data is here. Okay, I have to estimate. I have to upload the data. I have to import data. Just 1 minute. I cannot do it now. Just check. Okay, the data is not. Can I see the data? Yes, I can see the data. So should not be a problem to estimate. So estimate. Cannot see. Okay. Okay, I open. I import. Just 1 minute, please. I'm opening something. Okay, so I can estimate the model. I choose estimate. Then here I choose. Okay, and here there are so many methods. First I choose maximum likelihood method and I press OK. So the result is coming up gradually. Just wait a minute. The result is coming up gradually. Yes, the result has come up. You can see the result here. 0.92, 1.1, 1, 0.83 and 1, and 0.24 and 2. So actually these are called coefficient of the regression. Suppose 1.1 is the coefficient, 0.92 is the coefficient, and here A1, A2, A3, these are all dependent variable, and this one depression is a independent variable because the arrow is going to it. So when the arrow goes to it, meaning that A1 is a dependent variable, and when the arrow is coming from, meaning that this one, meaning that this variable is a independent variable. And here is also like that. Family environment is a independent variable. And these are all regression coefficient, right? Regression coefficient. Okay. And also this one, right? Okay. Now we can see the result from here. The result is already given. The result is here. You can see the outcomes of these models. You can see this is our model, right? And you can see these are all endogenous variables, or we can call it dependent variable, and here are latent variable. We have two latent variable or independent variables, right? And here you can see one thing. So here you can see. So here you can see one thing, and actually this whole model is unstandardized estimate. Unstandardized estimate, right? This is unstandardized estimate. Okay, so here you can see this depression is a dependent variable and family environment is independent variable, and here is family environment is dependent variable and depression is a independent variable. Okay, so first I check whether family environment is a significant variable to explain our dependent variable, which is depression. And here you can see the probability value, that is 99.8%, which is more than 5%. So, and when the p value, probability value is more than 5%, then that particular independent variable is not significant, meaning that family environment is not a significant variable to explain depression, right? That means family environment cannot cause depression. Okay, so in other way, so here depression is a independent variable and family environment is a dependent variable, but here you can see this this variable, which is depression, the p value is also 99.8%, meaning that depression is not a significant variable, meaning that depression cannot explain our family environment. So, what is our decision? The decision is there is no bidirectional causality, right, between depression and family environment, right, that we are looking for, right? That means there is no bidirectional causality. That means depression cannot cause family environment and family environment cannot cause depression. So that is our decision from this structural model. But you can see from here, depression individually a significant variable to explain A1. Why? Because p value is very small, less than 5%, right? And also depression individually is a significant variable to explain A2 because p value is less than 5%. And also depression is a significant variable to explain dependent variable, which is A3. Sorry. Why? Because p value is 0. And also here you can see family environment is a significant variable to explain B1 because p value is very small, and also family environment is a significant variable to explain our B2 variable, and also family environment is a significant variable to explain B3 because probability value is less than 5%. Okay, but the problem is that, okay, that is done. Now we check model fit, right? So the model fit has few criteria. So and we check all the criteria. So how to do it? Okay, so this is the first criteria. So I show you all the criteria that I showed you last time. So model fit, number one criteria, LR chi-square should not be significant and the value of RMCSEA should be less than 0.05 and CFI and TLI should be close to 1. And if this thing happens, then a model is good fitted model. So that is the guideline so far. And here we see that LR test, right, chi-square value actually is significant. You see the p value is very small, less than 5%. And when the p value is significant, that means the model is not fitted, right? Because it must be non-significant to be fitted of the whole model as a whole, right? So we cannot accept the model from the first criteria, right? We cannot accept the model. Okay, now we can check other criteria. Okay, how to check? I go to other criteria, estimations. Then I choose this one, goodness of fit, and goodness of fit of all criteria. I select this one. Then I choose all of the above. There are many criteria. I choose all of the above. Then I press OK. So the result has come up here. You can see there are so many criteria. Okay, we check this one, RMSEA value, that is 0.103. But this value, the value of RMSE should be less than 0.05, right? It should be less than 0.05, but here it is 0.103. So meaning that our model, our model is not good fitted, right? Not good fitted. Okay, then we check one more criteria, CFI and TLI should be close to 1. And here you can see CFI is close to 1 and TLI is also close to 1. So from the CFI and TLI criteria, our model is fitted. Okay, now you have to decide which criteria you shall choose to decide whether a model is fitted or not fitted. Okay, and so but from the CFI and TLI criteria, the model is fitted. We are happy. but from the RMSEA criteria or the chi-square criteria, the model is not fitted. Now it is up to you to decide which criteria you shall choose. Right? It is up to you completely which criteria you shall choose to decide. Okay, and finally we check stability index, right? Whether the overall model is stable or not. Okay, how to check it? I come here as before. I go to estimation and I select others and I select assess stability of non recursive model, and our model is a non recursive model. So I select this one and check stability of the model, right? That I select also. I press OK. So the result has come up. You can see from here. The result is here. You can see result has come up, right? Stability test, right? The result has come up, and you can see stability index, and all the eigenvalue lie inside the unit circle. So our structural equation model is a stable condition, meaning that our model is stable, which is desirable, right? So we have done so far, and our model is stable, right? So we are happy about it. And thank you very much for being with me for a while.